All right, guys, next question, and this one is a really good question. C. Snyder Fit 1 asked, how do I know if I'm eating enough, and how do I know if I'm eating in a deficit for too long? I think a lot of times when people go into a deficit and they start to lose fat, they will just keep going and going and going, and then they are starting to realize that they're losing steam, their body is plateauing, they might be very tired, and they're just kind of stopped progressing. And it might be your body telling you enough is enough, you need to get me out of this deficit and get me on a healthy plan again. When you do like a cut, you're gonna be cutting calories each week or every 2 weeks. And people who cut calories for so many weeks and then they're not eating that much, this might happen to you. And this happened to me as well when I was prepping for my national show. I had been cutting for like over a year, and my body was just so over it. It was like, oh my God, give me food. I'm not gonna do anything for you. And it wasn't progressing, and it was so frustrating. And it was because I had been in a deficit for so long. This is one of those things where it's like hiring an online coach would be a great idea. And I do offer online coaching, so if you're interested, I'd love, love, love to talk to you more about this. If you are interested, you can email me at inquiries@katiecorio.com, and we can chat one-on-one about your personal goal and where you are. You know, your metabolism is gonna adapt to the food, to what you do, meaning the food you give it and the workouts you do. So like, if you start giving it no food, it's gonna slow way down because it's like, oh my God, I don't have any food. I better make this food last. So it's gonna really slow down, and it's gonna make your progress really hard. So a lot of times when people diet, their metabolism slows and slows and slows over time, and then they find themselves barely eating anything and not losing weight. And that's because your metabolism is literally in the ground. So you need to do some rehabilitation and bring that metabolism back up to speed in order for you to continue to make progress. So that's one of my specialties with my online training, is helping people recover their metabolism and helping them get on a path to where they're actually eating a lot more and losing weight. And that's something that I think is so important for people to do, because when they diet, you think, oh, less is more. The less calories I eat, the more I'm gonna lose, and that's not necessarily true. There's definitely a healthy way to do it. So really being mindful about your metabolism and being realistic about the number of calories that you're eating, and think like, okay, is this really healthy? I definitely would not encourage you to eat less than 1,500 calories a day if you're exercising daily. I think that's the bare minimum that you should go. You should definitely aim to be between 1,500 and even 3,000 calories for a young person who's working out, a young woman who's working out, men or more. If you want to talk, I'm there for you. I would love to coach you. So this one is a great one, going into what I just was talking about. Weldon Paradise. Paradise. Okay. Which do you prefer, mini cuts throughout the year or a longer, less aggressive cut? So I prefer a longer, less aggressive cut for myself. You give yourself lots of time, and you don't have to do anything too extreme. It's just tiny little changes every week. And the more time you have, the less extreme you have to be. If you only have 2 weeks to get from A to B, you're gonna have to do some extreme things depending on where you're at. If you have 6 months, you don't have to be as extreme, but it's gonna take longer. So going back to the metabolism thing, the longer thing would be better for your metabolism because it's gonna be less extreme. If you go from 2,000 calories to 1,500 calories in 6 months, that's like nothing. If you go from 2,000 calories to 1,500 calories in 2 weeks, it's a lot more damaging to your metabolism. So I would say a longer, less aggressive cut is my preferred thing to do, but obviously as life presents itself, you might not have 6 months to do it. So maybe mini cuts throughout the year are what you do to maintain your physique, and that's fine too. Okay guys, next question. Woo Sizzle asked, how to lose fat when you have a huge appetite and love food? Well, guess what? That is me. You just described me. I love food and I have a big appetite. So for you, I would recommend that you eat lots of voluminous foods, foods that are fill you up. Like, don't eat really dense calorie, small foods. Like, make sure that your foods are really voluminous so that your stomach is always full, and that'll help with the hunger and the appetite. And then you can try supplements like the fat burner from 1UP called Make Her Lean Max. This is the best fat burner for helping your appetite control. It has done wonders for me, and I love it so much. When you take it, it's like you don't even think about food. It's amazing. So if you have a problem where you just think about food constantly and you have a huge appetite, definitely do yourself a favor and try the Make Her Lean Max. It is incredible for that. So I have a discount code for that. It's Katie1UP. So that's my advice to you. Also drinking lots of water in between meals to help fill your belly. Basically just make sure your belly's full of stuff all the time. Eat often throughout the day, voluminous foods, water, and then the Make Her Lean Max, and you're gonna kill it. You're gonna do great. Isotero says, what are the supplement must-haves when you are beginning to weightlift? Great question. So I would recommend, if you're just starting out weightlifting and you have never tried supplements before, a really good one to start with is BCAAs. BCAAs are branched-chain amino acids. They are going to protect your lean muscle tissue while you train and as you go about your day. It's kind of like putting a coat of armor over your lean muscle tissue so your body won't use it for energy. You want to maintain your lean muscle mass. You want your body to burn fat and your food for energy, not your muscle. So it's a great way to protect your lean muscle tissue. It tastes really good and it will help you have more endurance in the gym. It's gonna help you just kill your workouts better. It's also a great way to curb your sweet tooth because there's amazing flavors, especially the ones from 1UP are really good out there. So that's a great one to start with. I think another really good one to start with if you're just starting out is a basic whey protein shake. After you work out, 30 minutes after you work out, just down a protein shake. Again, 1UP has been amazing with protein too. My favorite flavor is the coconut ice cream whey. I'm not even that big of a coconut fan at all, but it's freaking so good. It tastes like ice cream. So highly recommend that one. And a whey protein is gonna make sure that you get that instant protein delivery to your muscles post-workout. After you're done training and weightlifting, your body's kind of like primed to uptake nutrients. So if you give it protein right away, like a really good protein shake, it's gonna really fuel your muscle building and help you recover faster, and help you with the muscle growth that you're getting started on, and really help you bring that protein gram goal up for your day, because a lot of us struggle with eating enough protein actually, especially if you're just starting out and probably don't eat enough protein. So that'd be a really good one to try for you. Another good one to do is making sure that you get your micronutrient greens, like the vegan reds and greens would be great. Just making sure that your diet is really well balanced and that you can use certain supplements to help make it more well-rounded and complete. So if you're beginning, I would start with those three. And then if you find as you go that you need more energy for your workouts, you can try a supplement like a pre-workout or the Sport Amino, which is a little bit less intense than the pre-workout. The Sport Amino is BCAAs with energy and electrolytes. A pre-workout is more of a vasodilator. It's gonna open up your blood vessels and get your blood pumping through your whole body. It's gonna help you lift harder and stronger and more powerful. Whereas the Sport Amino is really more of like a replenisher. It'll give you a little bit of energy and kind of like a boost to get you through your workouts. It's more for like cardio or sports. A pre-workout is more for like heavy weightlifting or bodybuilding type style workouts. You know, this is the order in which I would try things. After that, I would say like if you're trying to lose fat, a mild fat burner would be a good place to start. You don't want to go too crazy on supplements if you're just starting out. You want to kind of see what your body does naturally, adding supplements to boost you in your weak spots. And as you learn more about yourself and your training and your nutrition and fitness in general, you'll know what to take and you'll kind of go on the right path. But for those, I think that's the best way to start. Girl Katia6 asked, can I use protein powder if I'm a teenager who wants to build muscle but can't get enough protein? Absolutely, that's exactly what protein powder is for. So a protein powder is a great way to add protein to your daily intake if you don't eat enough protein from your meals. If you can get enough protein from eating food alone, do that, but use protein as an aid if you can't get enough from just your food. And you can also use it as like a yummy sweet treat or just in baking. Like it's just a good useful tool for you. Savannah Ring asked, what is a good first realistic dieting step when wanting to cut down? If you want to cut down, making sure that you clean up your diet. So number one, clean up your diet, get rid of sugar, get rid of processed foods, make sure that you're eating all whole, nutritious food. Number 2, prep your meals. Make sure that you always have a good healthy meal on hand so that you don't make the mistake of eating something unhealthy because you don't have anything with you. Number 3, making sure that you're in a caloric deficit, a small caloric deficit. Number 4, making sure that your cardio and workout routine are complementary, that you're doing both cardio and working out, as well as the diet. It's everything all together that really gets you the results, not just one thing. And number 4 would be drinking a lot of water. Drink enough water. Water is so important for weight loss, so make sure that you aim to drink at least a gallon a day. I think that that's a really good goal. If you can do that, you'll definitely start to see results fast. Are BCAAs truth or hype? They're truth, okay? BCAAs are truth. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of people wanna know what I eat in a day, and I'm gonna refer you to my videos of full day of eating. Those are there for you to watch. Staff's Moth asked, do you eat carbs anymore? Yeah, all the time, every day. I love carbs. Someone asked, how do I gain weight in a vegan diet? Gaining weight is a simple math equation. You just want to intake more calories than you're burning. So no matter what you eat, if you eat more than you burn, you're going to gain weight. So even if you eat a pure vegan diet, just make sure that you eat enough that you have more than you're burning. What is the best healthy lunch that's filling but easy? I'm going to refer you to my full day of eating stuff because it has a lot of meal suggestions in there. But I usually opt for a lean turkey taco. We like to do ground turkey, and we have it in the fridge, and then we have these amazing taco shells. They're only 6 grams of carbs per shell, and we put Chobani yogurt in there. It's kind of like a sour cream substitute almost. It tastes really good. Then we put the ground turkey, and then we put like fat-free feta and some hot sauce. Oh my God, it's amazing, and it's super low cal, and it's really, really good. So I would recommend that. What's another thing we do for lunch? Oh, tuna salad. I like to make tuna salad with canned tuna, and I put a little Miracle Whip and some Dijon mustard and pickle juice. It sounds weird to say out loud, but it's really good. And I chop pickles up in it, and I mix it all together, and it's really, really good and easy. Ooh, I love this question. Hi, Katie. If I work out first thing in the morning, should I be eating something before my workout? This one, I would say if you wake up super, super, super early and you're not hungry at all, at least do yourself a favor and take some BCAAs with you to the gym if you decide not to eat. If you can, eat a little something, because when you wake up after you sleep, your body is in a fasted state. It's been sleeping for 8 hours, there's no food in there, it's got no fuel to get you through your workout. So what does it use for fuel when you train on an empty stomach? It's definitely gonna burn your fat, but it's also definitely gonna burn your muscle, which we want to avoid. So if you drink BCAAs, remember it's a coat of armor over your lean muscle tissue. That's gonna prevent your body from dipping into that muscle stores and use your fat for energy instead. Or if you eat just a little something, you have something in the tank, you're less likely to burn your muscle for your workout. And you'll also find that you have a lot more energy, a lot more power, more strength if you do eat before you train. So I would recommend, yes, you eat. If you can't stomach a lot, at least do your BCAAs. Another girl, Katie, K-Y-I, says, hi Katie, I don't like to do a post-workout shake. What do you recommend eating after? So as long as you eat, your meal following your workout is pretty high in protein, it's pretty moderate in carbs, and maybe like low to moderate fat, you'll be fine. So you don't have to drink a protein shake, but at least make sure that you take in some type of protein, whether that's Greek yogurt, or whether that's a turkey sandwich or turkey tacos. Making sure your meal after your workout is a high protein meal is key. So making sure that you give your body protein in some type of form is what you want to do, even if you don't like the shakes. Honestly, if you can eat a meal instead of doing a shake, it's way better anyway, because your body needs food. Your body would rather have food than a shake, but a shake is just a much more easy way for people to get that protein in as soon as they're done training. So next question. Kimmy Kohler says, did you drastically cut your calories and keep them cut to maintain your current physique? No, I've been working on my physique for the past 5 years, and so it's been 5 years of building muscle, doing a cut, building muscle, doing a cut, losing muscle, maintaining. And so I've just kind of been back and forth and in between and all the stuff. So no, I didn't drastically cut my calories. It's been consistency over time that's built my physique. And I'm at a point now where I can generally maintain my physique by just living a healthy lifestyle because of all the consistency that I have. So consistency is key. Doing anything drastic is not good for your body. Doing anything extreme is not healthy. So you want to maintain a healthy lifestyle and be consistent. And it's the 85-15 thing again. If you're 85% of the time living a healthy lifestyle and eating the right food and working out and doing stuff, the 15% of the time you can kind of just do whatever you want, and you can treat yourself and you can not work out, and you know, it's a balance. So that's kind of how I've been able to maintain my shape, is just living a balanced, healthy, consistent life. That wraps up my video. That wraps up my video, and I just talked my mouth off, and I'm really hungry right now, talking about food all this time. So I'm going to sign off. Before I go, I do want you guys to remember that the Healthy New You program is launching on New Year's, so make sure you're signed up for it. I'm so excited, you guys. It's a 60-day program broken up into 3 phases, and I will be your coach. It's got so much stuff for you. It's like a full comprehensive program of training plus nutrition plus a Facebook group where we're all going to be together as a community, and I'm really, really excited for it. So more information about that can be found below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you next time.